The greatest EOS podcast ever produced, blockchain heroes take over Wax, Ultra is ramping up for prime time, and much more. Hello EOS Nation, I'm Daniel Keys, and this is episode 68 of the EOS Hot Sauce. As always, our spicy weekly updates are available in every format. Watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud or your favorite podcast player, or read it at eosnation.io. That's also where you can subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter to get that spicy sauce poured straight into your inbox. However you prefer it, help spread the sauce by smashing that like, ringing that bell, and giving us a 5-star rating. Let's get to this week's spicy goodness. Hold on to your hats and your stacks, ladies and gentlemen, because EOS is about to embark on a wild ride. Thursday's Everything EOS episode has already earned the title of the greatest ever EOS podcast, and is potentially going down in EOS history as one of the greatest early indicators of an upcoming EOS bull run. Not only were all of the spiciest EOS topics discussed, but the show brought together a diverse panel of guests that chatted away for nearly 3 hours, sharing their opinions and wild predictions. Great insights were shared with some hilarious one-liners thrown in there from time to time for good measure. Overall, it was a fantastic show and a really enjoyable watch that had us laughing out loud more than once. If you're currently interested in EOS, you have to watch this episode. It's the best one ever made. The excellent panel consisted of Zach Gall, host of Everything EOS podcast, Cheney Moore from EOS Writer, Max Schill from EOS Writer, and Yves LaRose, CEO of EOS Nation. We won't be able to recap all the topics covered, but we did want to share 2 particular solid clips from Yves captured during the show. We hope these motivate you to watch the entire episode.
The vision of EOS from Dan and Brendan, as I understand it, especially Brendan, who's been mentioning this for a very long time, is that EOS is going to be essentially the spreadsheet of the internet. It's going to be this tech stack. You keep changing the windows, and so my eyes keep changing following that EOS is going to be this tech stack powering essentially the decentralized database of the future. We are at a point right now where EOS is so strong and capable of handling so many transactions and so much information. We have reached a tipping point where people who wanted to do things on EOS are now capable of doing things on EOS. We are there. We were not there 6 months ago. We were not there last year. This is not just one piece of information. It is where we now are, where I believe we now are, based on what the needs of certain people or certain enterprises were demanding. We are now capable of handling that.
Good.
And when I say the base of the internet, I strongly believe that the direction that we're heading in, and based on obviously, because we're a block producer, we're running the architecture. We've redesigned the architecture over the last 6 months completely from the grounds up on how block producers connect with each other, how we're able to handle that. We've even shifted to diffuse, for example. So diffuse plays a part in this on if you were to be able to stream information and index information, the amount of information that EOS produces, which is roughly around 15 to 20 gigabytes per day right now, we are capable of handling this, we're capable of scaling this. All of this plays together. The direction that we're heading is that anything that would want to be able to be deployed on EOS will be able to be deployed on EOS. And a big part of this, the first thing that I think will be the shift that will start, and that's already happening, is DeFi. More capital attracts more capital, makes more capital. One of the big things that we've been lacking in EOS is capital. And we're starting to see the beginnings of this. So is it significant that Block.one potentially would deploy capital on the mainnet, even if it remains theirs? So this idea of deploying capital doesn't mean that you're getting 5 Bitcoin. Yay, no, the Oprah is not Block.one, likely not the thing. But even just to make that capital accessible, if I've got a lot of Bitcoin and I want to utilize my Bitcoin, right now it's very difficult to do. But if I were able to send it into a pool, collateralize it, and then be able to take then EOS, which then can be a useful token because it's fast, I can actually do things with it. I'd be able to actually unlock the value that I have in my Bitcoin through EOS. This is huge. This is significant. And very few people would be able to do that. You would need a very, very trusted entity that provides tons of liquidity. We've got that, Block.one. You would then need a network that is trustless so that you could actually null the keys, so that you know that even the person who's owner of the contract no longer has access to the contract. So you would need a network that has enough value in it. So now we're talking about the liquidity of EOS and the market cap of EOS has enough value in it that is secure enough that it can't be overtaken by an external party. We've got that. That's the EOS mainnet. And this refers to what I believe Brandon was saying when he posted, if you want to bring it up on screen, the EOS is now ready for prime time. EOS, the mainnet, is the only network that is ready for prime time. All of these pieces play together.
Smash the like if that got you as hyped as me. Speaking of hype, this week was the exciting launch of the popular new collectible NFT brand, Blockchain Heroes. And just 5 days after launch, the team surprised the community with an event. A great card burning mechanism for Blockchain Heroes cards was revealed in this week's regular Blockchain Heroes community meeting, which generated an amazing buzz in the community. Supported by beautiful lore, the event requires 200 collectors to each sacrifice 100 commons in order to exchange them for new legendary arcane NFTs. Places are limited to 200 and the event is already oversubscribed, but you can still sign up to join the waitlist. The impact of the news of this event on secondary markets was swift, and we've seen the price of common cards surge from 5 to 15 wax at the time of this recording. It's clear that many collectors are rushing to accumulate their 100 sacrificial heroes to be ready for when the card burning event takes place on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We also got to learn some amazing statistics this week. The launch of Blockchain Heroes was so popular that we saw trading volumes surge to over 1 million wax on the atomic market. The launch was such a great success that the Wax Cloud wallet couldn't keep up with the massive traffic and became temporarily unavailable. Blockchain Heroes sent 25 times more traffic than the Wax Cloud wallet had ever seen. Those are some impressive stats. We reached out to one of the creators, Joel Comm, for his thoughts on the brand that his team built so far. Here's what he had to say when asked if they had any more surprises planned. "We don't know how long the legs are for this IP, but we plan on continuing. We think we have something special." "We think so too, Joel. Let's go Blockchain Heroes." DAP Radar's Collectibles and Marketplace report for July 2020 highlighted some of the early successes that NFT collections have seen on Wax. The numbers are impressive, even if they don't include the recent Blockchain Heroes launch. By going over the DAP Radar's top decentralized marketplaces, we can see the absolute dominance that Wax currently has over the entire blockchain space. Atomic Market, Myth Market, and Collectibles.io occupy the number 1, 2, and 3 spots in the rankings. Congrats and thank you to all our Wax NFT marketplaces. They're a big reason why trading and collecting NFTs on Wax is so much fun. Most NFT collectors use the Wax Cloud wallet to manage their collections, and we're happy to report that it now supports NFTs launched on Atomic assets, such as Blockchain Heroes. They also added better navigation options to directly reach these popular secondary trading markets, while the new MoonPay integration allows users to easily purchase some Wax tokens from the credit card. It's all coming together so nicely. If you're new to the NFT collecting space, the Wax team recently published a great NFT guide for beginners. It covers topics such as what's an NFT, what are some examples of NFTs, what can I do with NFTs, and how do I buy NFTs on Wax. Did you miss your chance to join the Blockchain Heroes launch? Don't worry, we have what is surely to be another amazing NFT brand launching on Wax this week. COGS, or Keys to Other Games, is going on sale on August 18th. As implied by the name, these NFTs will be able to be used in various games built by the COGS team. Learn all about this project in their introduction article, which explains what COGS is and their vision for the game. For example, all games will have 3 modes that you can play: for keeps, for fun, and tournaments. We can't wait to start slamming some COGS on the blockchain. Wax is not only popular as an NFT platform, but also as a gaming platform, and this week we saw a beautiful trailer for the upcoming release of Hodl God, which is now on the Unreal Engine. Get ready for some live-action gameplay, and make sure to check out the trailer and announcement article for some pre-alpha gameplay and more details about the mechanics. Speaking of Wax NFTs, it's time for the race for rares. If you're joining us for the YouTube premiere of this episode, type Spicy Rare in the live chat now for a chance to win one of 5 Spicy Rare NFTs. And guess the length of this episode to win one of 2 Blockchain Heroes packs. You've got 2 minutes starting now. And if you'd like a chance to win this week's Golden Chili, leave a relevant comment on this video about one of today's spicy topics. Good luck, and don't forget you need to sign up to be eligible at eosnation.io/spicy. Now let's get back to this week's spicy updates. Ultra is getting ready for prime time. With the code for the Ultra protocol finalized and BP teams preparing for public testing, Ultra's PR department has been ramping up and published an article recently explaining the different features that Ultra has to offer. Since Ultra is made for the mainstream, one of the core design principles is user-friendliness. So in order to abstract away the complexities of managing CPU and net resources, they introduced Ultra Power. With this new approach, 100% of the network resources are pooled and made available when a user needs them, as opposed to expecting users to reserve resources via staking just in case they might need them. Staking UOS tokens for Ultra Power simply creates a priority ranking based on the user's Ultra Power quota, meaning that the more Ultra Power one has, the faster one's transaction gets executed. Effectively, unused resources are made available for those that need them when they need them. Every new Ultra user account starts with an Ultra Power quota of 0, and anyone can stake UOS to get Ultra Power, making transactions on the blockchain spend some of that Ultra Power until the quota resets after 24 hours. Besides making the usage of resources more comprehensible, this model presents a potential solution to avoid abuse and creates a reliable environment for power users, while at the same time giving average users the freedom to decide on a daily basis how much Ultra Power they need. In other Ultra news, we're happy to report that the EOS Top 21 BP EOSIO was announced as a new block producer for Ultra and will join Ubisoft, Bitfinex, and EOSIO for the launch of the Ultra's public testnet. Ultra is definitely an interesting project to follow, and if you need a quick introduction to catch up, there's a recent article on the Daily Chain that might be helpful. You can find that linked in the written edition of this episode. And it's been another week with lots of DeFi action. DeFi, liquidity pools, swap mining, yield farming, and governance tokens are all the rage in the crypto space right now. But what some people don't yet realize is that all these things that you can do on Ethereum, you can also do on EOS. And you don't have to worry about paying $10 to $100 or more in fees for transactions that might not even go through. Today we'll cover updates from Equilibrium, EOS Options, and DeFi Box. First up, the EOSDT volume surged to over $10 million in its 24-hour trading volume on August 10th. That's impressive and also an all-time high. Congratulations to the Equilibrium team for reaching this great milestone. EOS Options has also shared some more information that will be of great interest to potential quote pit operators, such as digital signature service providers or digital wallet providers, or individuals or entities that have built an EOS-based community. A multi-week auction will be held in DAP tokens for early registration rights to prospective QP owners and LPs. DeFi Box has also been busy this week, adding lots of functionality to their platform. All of the recent updates from the project can be found on the DeFi Box Center homepage, such as the introduction of transaction mining and the Box DAO. Holders of the Box governance token are now able to decide on the future development of the platform, and 3 proposals have already been put up for vote. The proposal to increase the USN market-making mining weight to 2 was approved, and the 2 others are set to finish on the 15th and the 16th of August. And remember, return on investment is impossible without risk. Yield farmers take on substantial smart contract risk in exchange for earning the platform's governance token. If the platform is successful and the governance token becomes valuable, the yield for the farmers can be quite significant. But if the smart contracts have an unidentified bug or vulnerability, on the other hand, you could end up losing all of your farming capital in exchange for a worthless piece of yam. Farmers beware. We had the chance to learn more about Pummel in the latest episode of Built on EOSIO. Pummel is a fitness app that encourages users to stay fit and healthy, featuring an integrated reward program running on the EOS mainnet. Pummel tokens can be earned by finishing challenges or by just watching educational videos. Currently in public beta, the application was one of the EOSIO grant recipients. Pummel co-founder, co-CEO, and CTO Damian King shared that they're working on integration with Strava, a popular app to track running or cycling. He also hinted that Pummel might be releasing their own fitness devices at some point. Pummel's reward system was originally built on the ERC20 standard, but they made the switch to EOSIO for its superior performance after meeting an EOSIO hackathon finalist and doing some research. King said, "For application developers like us, we need something that everyone can use, that's fast and responsive. We honestly think EOSIO is the best solution for us, and we're fully committed to it." Being busy in the digital world, it's easy to forget to be active, an experience that King is familiar with as a developer for 20 years, and one that inspired him to create Pummel. We love to hear his story, as it showcases the potential of software developers to create tools that can improve our lifestyle. With an interesting concept branded Return on Activity, or ROA, Pummel brings innovation to a booming industry, and King seems confident that they can reach their ambitious goals. Here's what else he had to say. "We want to be the #1 rewards app so that whatever gym you go to, or whatever class you do, you're always getting our token." so it can be used and redeemed across all sorts of retail and fitness centers and corporate wellness providers. There is no global fitness currency or reward system right now, so that's where we'd love to be. Pummel is already available as an iOS app worldwide and on Android in Australia. Go Pummel! Are you ready for another remix competition from Emanate? Their first one, in cooperation with EDM superstar deadmau5, was a great success that attracted lots of new talent to Emanate. And we're happy to report that this dream team is back for another one. This time the Emanate Horde will compete to produce the best remix for Bentley Dean's smashing electro house track Inside My Mind feat. Tori Letzler. And the remix stems are already available for download. You'll have until the 10th of September to submit your remix for a chance to win some interesting prizes. Find the details in Emanate's official announcement or check out the banging trailer. To get in the mood, watch the follow-up interviews with the top remixers from the previous competition, Laminar and Cade Spear and Neo Phoenix. It's really great to see how the Emanate team is growing their community. In another wonderfully crafted article, Liquid Apps explains their vision for the future of data sharing and how they're building the DAP network to be a solution to the challenges that we face as we try to build our decentralized data future. Starting with a commentary on the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities that can be found in decentralized data, the team discusses data sourcing, data storage, and data aggregation. By using the DAP network, projects can take advantage of stake-based incentive mechanisms, cross-chain compatibility, and a flexible use of services in plug-and-play fashion. The article concludes with an overview of the DAP network's data stack, which includes a data sourcing and data storage layer. You can find it linked in the written edition of this episode. Smash the like if you're down with our written edition. Moving on now to some news for our peer-to-peer traders. Crypto locally users can now purchase crypto instantly via credit card, making peer-to-peer trading of cryptocurrencies even easier in the EOSIO community and beyond. Just last month, they added Google Pay, Skrill, Paytm, and Western Union to their already impressive list of payment options. And did you know that they launched their very own Give token, which you can earn just by using the platform? The Give token can be used for discounts and other special features. Have you tried out crypto locally yet? What's your experience? Let us know in the comments. And we had a nice surprise from our friends at Everpedia this week. It was nice to see that their best page of the week was created for EOS Nation, our very own DeFi product for user liquidity pools. Congratulations to Sarcrickstick, who won the contest. Check out the great introduction he wrote about EOS Nation or share it with your friends as an example of DeFi on EOS. Everpedia has all the information that you need. But if you find something that's missing, why not create a page there and maybe win the contest next week? Everpedia's recent shift towards DeFi is also well reflected in their weekly digest newsletter, which became a great resource to learn all about the latest from the world of DeFi. Everpedia's very own Predict also made it to the news again as it was featured on DeFi's Rev. Moving on now to the ever-expanding world of Upland. The Upland game has been climbing up the rankings constantly and slowly but surely becoming one of the most prominent games on the EOS mainnet. With thousands of Uplanders and over 50,000 NFT properties minted on the EOS mainnet, Upland is entering the era of growth. Soon the game will expand to the city of New York, starting with several areas in Manhattan available for purchase. In the wake of this development, air travel to connect both cities also seems to be ready to go. To ensure a fair chance for new members to succeed in the game, the team introduced the Fair Start Act, a collection of policies that comes with a tier system that is connected to specific purchasing rights. So if you wanted to join Upland, now is a good time. The Upland community is also starting to embrace the creative energy of NFTs with their first SF Art Walk and the upcoming NFT Gateway to upload external NFTs to be showcased within Upland, so that Uplanders can open NFT galleries as businesses. We definitely like the sound of that. And let's wrap this week's episode up by inviting you to another EOSIO Swiss workshop. Patrick Bernard Schmidt, our passionate EOS Nation ambassador from Switzerland, will be hosting his third online workshop of the year. Scheduled for August 23rd at 15:30 UTC, this workshop is entitled The Rise of the Gateways and Development Ecosystem. The workshop includes interviews with 3 prominent guests in the EOS space, including CEO of EOS Nation Yves LaRose, CEO of Liquid Apps Benny Hakak, and CEO of WordProof Sebastian Vanderlans. Registration for the event is free, and Patrick also shared a video preview for those who are interested. Check it out in the written edition and smash the like if you plan to attend. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. We've got more spicy goodness for you every week, so subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for the next one. And if you can't wait till next week, find our previous episode at eosnation.io or on our YouTube channel. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.